our snow coverage. We're just getting started. 1 hour in the books, another 90 minutes to go. Pensauken, you're looking there at what the conditions were like earlier. PHL. Oh, man. You know, I'm glad I didn't have a flight today. And, you know, a lot of people, I'm sure, push their plans.
Yeah. Actually, they're saying hundreds of flights were delayed, so not a good day to be at the airport. Here's a live look at the Parkway as people are out and about making their way around. Roads do not look bad there.
Not too bad. Let's go up the mountains. Oh.
This is what skiers have been waiting for, Jay.
It was powder. It was just fluffy, gorgeous snow. So really happy for all the ski resorts, and it's been a couple of lean years, so a big snow, a good snow for them, good. Yeah, and look at that. Let's go down the shore. Ocean City now, Dawn.
Oh, my gosh. It looks like a winter wonderland. And I think people, I know not everybody loves the snow, but it's been so long. I think people are actually welcoming it.
Embracing it.
Yeah, embracing it. And the fact that the roads, that the PennDOT crews and crews in New Jersey and Delaware and in the city have done such a good job, it's not so bad.
It's those little streets. It's the, you know, the residential streets that have been a little treacherous for people. That's about it, though. Thanks for joining us here, 5 o'clock on this snow day Friday. I'm Jason Martinez.
And I'm Dawn Timoney. We have you covered all over the viewing area, but let's take you outside to the roads and see what the conditions are like at this hour. Chris, you have been driving all around. You're in Chester County now. I know you've probably encountered all kinds of conditions, good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah, mostly good, Dawn. You know, you saw it coming in on the interstates, 95, the Blue Route, 202, Westchester Pike. I hit them all today, and they're all in pretty good shape until you get to some of these secondary roads in these municipalities. Hold on, I got to put my seatbelt on. Pardon me. I got to be safe here. Let me show you where we're at right now. This is one of those roads, still snow covered here in Middletown Township. You know, we did see the plows and salt trucks come by, but some of these side streets are still snow covered, but for the most part, it's pretty easy going. A lot of people stayed off the roads today. What do we got here? They got a lot of people, you know, out plowing and shoveling their driveways. This guy's got the snow blower going. You know, like I said, this was kind of the perfect storm in a good way because it wasn't overwhelming. Kids were off school. A lot of people out of work. Unfortunately, there's some, you know, he's got another long driveway to deal with right there. And let's give you one more shot of our tire cam where the rubber hits the road. At this point, it's actually into some slush as we go through an intersection. Good point right here. As we go through an intersection, you're going to see some of that heavy slush. All that stuff you see on the road, that's going to start freezing. It's 27 degrees right now where we're at here in Middletown Township. It's just going to get lower as the evening gets by. So whatever's on the road is going to freeze. But the good news is, guys, people are staying off the roads and, frankly, enjoying this snow day.
Perfect day to do it. It's a Friday heading into the weekend. I love the tire cam, Chris. That is actually pretty cool. You are in the Fox 29 weather beast, so you are safe and in good hands as you travel across the area for us. Thank you.
We got a little photographer down there with a camera, and he's the one shooting down that tire.
All right, let's take a live look now outside the Franklin Institute. Look at that kind of haze over the city as the snow starts to taper off. Scott, how much did Philly see? I know you guys were predicting 4 to 6 inches. Where are we?
Yeah, the numbers are still coming in. Officially so far, about 3 inches in Philadelphia, but those totals continuing to go up. Some of the outlying suburbs anywhere from 4 to 5 inches. Some of those snowfall totals still coming in. Winter weather advisory still posted, especially north and west. That's in the purple, but in the pink, the winter storm warning still ongoing along the I-95 corridor, moving into parts of South Jersey as well as Delaware, where the snow is still coming down. Let's look at some of those snowfall totals coming in. Look at Norristown, a little over 5 inches. Middletown and Delaware, 5 inches of snow. Cherry Hill, 4.3 inches. Looking at the Levittown area, 4.2 inches of snow. Now, Most locations north and west tapering off to just snow flurries, but we still have some moderate snow occurring through sections of Burlington County, Ocean County, Atlantic County, Cumberland County, even into Kent County. So we'll zoom in along the AC Expressway. The snow is still coming down. The White Horse Pike, a 206, looking at some of that snow. 322 as well through parts of South Jersey as you move toward Cumberland County, as well as the Garden State Parkway. We're looking at some of that moderate snow, but it's really the have and have-nots, because as you move north and west suburbs, moving up that northeast extension, not a whole lot going on. Our exclusive Fox model showing that really over the next couple of hours, that snow continues to taper off and we start to clear the skies. Those temperatures will be dropping for the overnight. Temperatures hold pretty steady. The 20s over the next several hours, but overnight low temperatures will dip into the teens and feels like temperatures, look at this, for most of the day tomorrow will be in the single digits. We'll update this forecast later in the broadcast, but it is going to be bitterly cold overnight tonight. Back over to you.
All right, Scott. Thank you very much, Bob. You know, a lot of people get pizza on Friday nights and food delivery. It's a food delivery kind of night.
Definitely is, or maybe all that milk, bread, and eggs that we had to buy, or the beer, wine, and snacks we're going to be dipping into a little bit later on tonight. Hey, everybody, it's 5:05. Come on, let's go outside. The crews have done a fantastic job, as we've seen. I've been driving around all morning. Chris is, we tag teamed. He's been out there now in the Beast again. It's the salt that kept the roads wet and kept the roads passable. The major roadways, however, watch the on and the off ramps. That's where the concern is going to come tonight. Any of the untreated surfaces are going to have that tendency to freeze on the overnight. Here's a live look, 95 heading past the stadium complex. Keep in mind, you know, a lot of folks, all the kids were off from school. A lot of folks had off from work, but the healthcare workers, we went by a couple of hospitals earlier today. Our first responders are still going to be getting in and out of there. They're dumping tons of salt along all of the majors, like here along 422, the 30 bypass, 202. SEPTA, some bus and trolley delays this evening. The Market Frankfurt line running with delays, and we have a few regional rail lines that are also running with some delays tonight. But we're going to stay with it. We'll keep checking the roads, and we'll check in with the airport the next time around. Chris, Jason, back over to you.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Let's check in now with Jen Lee. You have had a very busy day. You've been all over.
Yes, absolutely. And if you take a look, the snowflakes, they got really skinny all of a sudden. Just earlier, we were showing you those fat snowflakes. And I wanted to show you down here, give you a little kick of the snow. That one actually was a big round ball over there. We're not expecting that. Sorry, Elaine. But just to show you, snowball, not there quite yet. I mean, it's really hard to get it packed together because, again, it's like powdered sugar out here. And let's show you some of the accumulation. Check out this fire hydrant. You can see it's a nice pointy top here. And out on the streets, look at all of that slush. And I know we were talking about those temperatures that are going to drop into the teens. So obviously, that's going to be a concern tomorrow. But Kings Highway, overall, it is looking very clean. We saw plows coming by here regularly. We also took a drive around the neighborhood as well. The residential streets are still covered in snow. Haddonfield has a snow ordinance which advises not to park on the street to assist plows with snow removal. And you can see there's not a car in sight on this block. Small business and restaurant workers and commercial contractors were out shoveling and salting when the snow was coming down with a fury. You can see how visibility could be impacted by this fast falling snow.
If you don't got it, you better come and get it.
Over at the Home Depot in Cherry Hill, many of the customers walked out with snow melt and shovels.
My sister brought me this morning to get some. I ran out of homeowner, so I needed some ice and snow salt for the weather.
We had already gotten our salt, and we have a shovel, but the shovel's a little broken, so I'm gonna head in there and see if I can get myself another one and get a head start on this.
Keep pushing it out and keep putting salt down. I hope it doesn't build up on us.
We got a text last night that school was canceled. I was pretty excited.
Yeah, really exciting day for the kids. This is 3-year-old Sunny and 6-year-old Judge, and you can see them just enjoying this pile of snow. They've been trudging through it these last, I'd say, about 10 minutes. You know, you got to watch for the temperature as well. But we're going to give you a look at what fun of a snow day it was for all of the kids out here in Haddonfield later on in the show.
Those kiddos are so cute.
I know. Thanks, Jen Lee, live for us in Haddonfield.
I have some that age, and it's such a pain to dress them in that, and then they walk outside for 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden they want to come back in.
Yeah, but it's so cute.
Look at that coat from Cheyenne, Corinne. I mean, look at you.
She's ready. Yeah, she's ready. And you are in Philly, Cheyenne?
I am in Philly. I'm wearing my white. I am white. Well, I'm not white. I'm wearing white right now. I'm wearing white right now. My producer, right before you came to me, she was like, "It's beautiful. You're like blending in with the snow." That was kind of the idea. But not too long ago, Mayor Parker, she actually really just wanted to get across to people that this is really the thick of the storm and that it is far from over. And she also says that things actually could get worse overnight because of the ice. And that's why it's really an all hands on deck effort. Actually, when I first came here to the fire administration building, this ground right here was just full with ice, and then trucks came, and look at it now. It's looking a lot better thanks to that. Now, the city's managing director described it as the city being in its third quarter, meaning we still have a whole quarter of this storm to go, but that's when things get really crucial. And to tackle this expected ice, crews are working overnight, brining, salt, and plows. And also some reminders for the folks at home: do not shovel snow into the streets, don't put cones in parking spaces, and also clear your walkways. Residents also are asked to hold their trash for now, as there won't be pickup tomorrow. Mayor Parker today, she's saying that she's pleased to see her vision of all of the agencies working together as one.
We are working together to maintain public safety, clean our streets, and protect the people of Philadelphia during this storm. It's impressive. It's what we're all here to do. And quite frankly, this is where and when we get a chance to see Philadelphia shine.
All right, guys, and then this snow emergency is expected to end at 7 tonight, so we have a little less than 2 hours, and then you should be able to put your cars back in some of those places they are telling you not to as of now. I'm going to send it back to you, too.
Cheyenne, thank you very much. Stay warm, and be sure to stay with us as we bring you the very latest on the snowstorm. We will be here through 6:30, and then we will see you again tonight at 10 and 11. Fox 29 is the place to be.
Rittenhouse Psychiatric Associates is a private practice of different psychiatrists, psychiatric nurse practitioners, and psychotherapists.
Folks can come in, not really know what's going on, but know they're not feeling great, and we can help them better understand what they're experiencing and what the treatment options are.
We take evidence and research into account when we treat patients.
We see a really broad range of patients here, anything from adolescents up to late adulthood.
Mental health conditions are actually much more common than people realize.
It's okay to not be okay. Give us a call.
Quincy here with Deja. We're about to surprise Jade as Moravia Health's Caregiver of the Month. Surprise!
Come on in!
Congratulations, Jade, on being named Caregiver of the Month.
On behalf of the Moravia Health family, here's a token of our appreciation.
Thank you so much for everything. Transferring to Moravia Health was the best move, period.
Moravia Health, because there's no place like home.
Work has many meanings. There's hard work and there's working hard. You can get worked up, or you can get down to work.
For over 20 years, Commonwealth Charter Academy has worked hard to blend in-person experiences with online learning. By giving every child the education they deserve, CCA helps them discover who they're meant to be. And all that support really works wonders. CCA, how schools should work.
The highly capable family of Hyundai SUVs. Lease an all-wheel drive 2023 Santa Fe for $249 a month, or get 0% APR for 36 months, or up to $2,000 bonus cash. Hurry in. highly capable family of Hyundai SUVs. Lease an all-wheel drive 2023 Santa Fe for $249 a month, or get 0% APR for 36 months, or up to $2,000 bonus cash. Hurry in. The highly capable family of Hyundai SUVs. Lease an all-wheel drive 2023 Santa Fe for $249 a month, or get 0% APR for 36 months, or up to $2,000 bonus cash. Hurry in.
Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Head to the dealer, getting truckloads of new inventory every day. Jeff D'Ambrosio Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is #1 because of you. We have inventory now. Grand Cherokees, take your pick. The legendary Classic or the newly designed L. Dodge Chargers and Challengers. Jeep Wranglers. Ram trucks. You want them, we got them. The equity in your vehicle can even make our low prices and payments thousands of dollars lower. Jeff D'Ambrosio, Destination Downingtown. Come see the difference. GoJeffAuto.com.
Welcome back to our snow coverage as we take a live look at King of Prussia. You can see people are out and about. The roads are looking good and not bad considering this is the first major snowstorm we've had in almost 2 years. All right, our Hank Flynn was out in Bucks County this morning as the plows and trucks were filling up with salt to battle all this snow that was dropped on the roads today. And across the river in Mercer County, downtown Princeton actually getting pounded by the snow. Look at that. You can see Palmer Square with some streets still covered in snow and some, while plowed, still pretty wet out there. The lawn in front of the Nassau Inn completely covered in white. Looks like a postcard there. Actually very pretty. Jeff Cole, you have been out all day in Montco. You are in Conshohocken. What's it like right there now?
I actually think this snow storm is pretty much over here. We've got very little snow coming down. What I would urge our viewers to do is take a look behind me here. It's actually a really pretty early winter scene here, or midwinter scene or so in Conshohocken. Yeah, we started out on the Blue Route today at about mid-morning. I think the Blue Route was working pretty quickly and going pretty well there. We made our way up to Abington, where I think time really slowed for folks, right? School was out, so people were sledding and clearing their walks, and I actually think enjoying this storm really. And then right back here in Conshohocken, I think we can say one thing about this storm, and that its timing actually worked pretty well. Along the Blue Route, the highway sign tells the story. Go slow, use caution. The second snowstorm in a week is making itself known. The highway was clear and traffic was brisk. In the Montgomery County community of Abington, Ray Poplis was clearing a couple of inches of snow from his home and enjoying a real winter. We finally had some winter.
Yes, we've had some winter and some get a chance to get some exercise shoveling some of the snow here, but it's light and airy and fluffy.
Just up the road at the neighborhood elementary school, kids and their folks enjoyed a hill perfect for sledding. The Konopkas had 4-year-old Delaney out in the snow. This is all new to her.
This is really her first snowfall because her first one was when she was around 1 year old and she likely wouldn't remember that. So she's having a really good time. We don't have proper gloves for her, but she doesn't seem to care.
Schools across the country were closed, but a worker got a jump on clearing the sidewalk at the elementary school. Some took their pets for a stroll in the swirling snow while Abington residents cleared their driveways. In Conshohocken, along Fayette Street, a plow keeps the snow at bay on this main drag. A worker spreads salt on the sidewalks to guard against the evening cold bringing slippery conditions. In Montco, many seem to heed the warnings to stay inside as the snow fell and winter left its mark.
I like the change of seasons. I have cousins that live in Florida and he keep inviting me down to move down there and everything. And I said, no, I want to change of seasons. I want to experience all 4 seasons.
Well, he's certainly experiencing the season of winter as we've had, our second snowstorm, really, this week alone. And this, almost 2 years we went without it, and it's come back pretty well here. This is Fayette Street in Conshohocken, a wonderful little suburban community outside of Philadelphia. It's got a nice little commercial strip behind me, which looks to me like it's open for business in Fayette Street. As you can see, traffic is moving pretty well. It looks at this point like we've survived this second storm of the week, second storm of the early winter pretty well. Live in Conshohocken, I'm Jeff Cole, Fox 29 News. Folks.
Really has been a smooth week considering.
Yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
Jeff, thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, if you add up Monday and now this storm, we've done well. This is a live look at the Parkway, and check this out. This happens every time we get a big snow. The Art Museum steps become Sled City this afternoon. People trying to make the most of the snow. Does the city like when we do this? Probably not. Probably
I don't know, but it happens every time we get. It's been so long. You got to give them it, right?
That you need some more snow though, because right now it's
a little more, a little hard on the backside.
We should send Drew down there because I know you'll do that.
Oh yeah. Teeth chattering and all down there.
Yeah.
Drew, is this the big storm of the season? Is this it?
No, we got more snow to come.
You think we got more in us? I know
this.
March can produce some snow. I know that.
Absolutely. We've had big coastal storms in March. Dawn, this is for you. Asked how many snow in Philadelphia? Well, this is how much snow we got. 3 donuts. I did a little measuring earlier, and about an inch high is each donut, so we got 3 donuts. We were having some fun on Good Day Philadelphia this morning. Scott called me out. He said, wait a minute, one of those donuts is a lot bigger than an inch. Well, we need some quality control on that. Here's Philadelphia this evening. After about an hour of flurries, that's about what it amounted to on the sidewalk. It's sticking to the sidewalks because it is so chilly. Temperature in the 20s. We're working our way down to the teens as this works its way off the coast. You saw live from Jeff Cole. It's quiet in Mako, but notice how we still have snow falling in parts of New Jersey, but these are light flakes. 3 hours from now, the snow is done for everyone. Let's go around our region. There is King of Prussia, speaking of Montco. Look at this on the boardwalks in Ocean City. Still the flurries coming down, but they're tiny at this point. I love this. In Atlantic City, I need to warm up right in front of the fire pit. And there's a look in Allentown where we got the least amount of snow today. That is to check your forecast. We'll send it back to you with a live look at my hometown of Westchester.
All right, looking good. All right, Drew, thanks very much. And a reminder for pet owners with this snow and more Arctic air moving in, limit their time outside. Wipe down their paws after a walk because all that salt will
it stings their paws.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
And never leave an animal alone in a vehicle. You said your dog loves the snow?
Yeah.
My dog hated it.
Yeah, well, he's my golden retriever loves it. He wouldn't come inside. The other 2 had fun, but then they were ready to get their paws wiped and snuggle up in their beds by the fire. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll be right back.
How's school working for you?
Is it a real piece of work?
Or does it just feel like busy work?
Commonwealth Charter Academy works by providing a career readiness initiative called CCA Works. It provides students 21st century skills that help them discover their future careers and succeed in life. Believe it or not.
It works like a charm.
CCA, how schools should work.
Good morning with Docolax. Good morning. Yeah. Try Docolax Chewy Fruit Bites for fast and gentle constipation relief in as little as 30 minutes, making your good morning even better with Docolax.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted pain relief. Aleve. Who do you take it for? And for fast topical pain relief, try Aleve X.
There's some things that work better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. Voya helps you choose the right amounts without over or under investing, so you can feel confident in your financial choices.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Catch all your favorite postseason content on NFL Plus. Stream every playoff game and Super Bowl 58 live on mobile. Watch exclusive offseason coverage. Catch it all on NFL Plus today. Plans starting at $6.99 a month.
Moving the needle takes a village. Count us in. Target consumers, important to your business. We connect the dots so you can achieve more. Reach a CTV advertising specialist today. Connect with Flex.com. With AI, we can unlock endless targeting potential. Now, spot creation takes just minutes. Tap into Flex to unleash the possibilities. Reach a CTV advertising specialist today. Connect with Flex.com.
Live look at the Poconos and look at that. That's the place to be.
I'm ready.
The drive up there was probably an adventure, and now the ride down. No, you think it's good? Okay, all right.
Well, they got the least amount of snow, but at least they have snow and it's cold enough to make snow. So.
And it's going to feel like 0 degrees up there.
Yeah, it's going to be a cold one tomorrow if you're skiing.
So have fun now. It looks great. Looks like a great time for everybody there. Fresh snow. And here's what it looked like a little earlier today on I-95 heading north right by the airport. And you see the roads are wet, but they are clear. And most drivers are keeping a safe distance from each other. That guy's going too fast. You know,
most of the people when I was driving into work were really keeping to the 45 mile per hour speed limit and taking it easy. I was surprised.
Yeah, I try to keep. You try to keep a good distance from everybody if you can in this weather. Take it slow, be safe, and don't have to be. If you don't have to be on the roads, stay home. Shayna Ferreira in South Philly. So it's not really good snowball snow right now, right?
No, it's not, and I could show you. I've tried to pick it up with my gloves here, and I'm telling you right now, it's just not what... Actually, wait, I take that back. Hold on. This might be something. So, I will say it's gotten a little colder, so maybe the snow has gotten a little stiffer, if you will, but before it kind of just did this when I picked it up. So that's what the snow looks like. So for the kids, I just saw that live. Go out and have a blast with the snowball fight, because you might have a good round. Those roads being clear, South Philly has really done a good job. Really coming. It seemed every 20 minutes or so something was coming along here. So that's been the good thing. Also important to note, this, someone fell. We have right in front of the Sprouts Market, you see here, we've had multiple plows coming in because this entire road is leading into the Chipotle and the Target and stuff. So you have a lot of people, okay, girl. All right. Superstar over there. So this is what it's looking like here in South Philly. Folks obviously enjoying the snow day and now getting around to picking up the groceries to make something yummy and warm and homey tonight. This is what one South Philly native had to say about what she's enjoying with the snow.
I love a snow day in Philly. I was lucky to get a snow day from work, so I traipsed around in Center City. Just enjoying, gonna go home and get my dog. She loves to play in the snow, so gonna go frolic around with her and have a great time.
Have a great time. That's the name of the game at this point. So all things considered, not the worst snow day we've had. I'm sure there's more on the way. Winter is young. Stick here for more on Fox 29 News after this break.
This storm snarling flights coming in and out of Philadelphia International Airport as we take a live look right there. 337 flights delayed so far, 45 just plain out canceled. The airport says it is working around the clock to clear its 40 million square feet of surface on runways, taxiways, and aprons, and that's equal to 631 miles of snow, or the distance from Philadelphia to Lexington, Kentucky. So a huge job there.
Let's go to New Jersey now, and it remains under a state of emergency for today's storm, with parts of South Jersey under a winter storm warning. And we're joined now on the phone with New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy. Governor, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Don and Jason, thank you very much for having me.
Well, first of all, Governor, can you tell us what exactly this state of emergency means for New Jersey and people who live and work in the state?
Yeah, so a couple of things. First of all, we put it on for an earlier storm this month, and we just decided not to take it off because we're in one of these patterns where we're getting one storm after another. And it just gives us a lot more latitude in terms of managing the storm. And in addition to that, we did things such as a commercial vehicle ban that we did in concert with Pennsylvania that went into effect at 3 a.m. this morning, to give you an example of another step that we've taken specific to this storm.
Governor, any challenges here to this specific storm?
It's about what we expected. A little bit inverted, and we expected that in the sense that South Jersey, Central Jersey got more than North Jersey. You just reported that the Philadelphia airport has had challenges, which we're aware of. Other than that, roads have been decent. Outages have been limited. I worry about plunging temperatures, ice, what those roads look like tonight into tomorrow. So that's our big, if folks are listening out there, if you don't have to go out, don't go out. And if you're on your way home, be safe. And when you get there, stay there.
Right. I was going to ask you, what should people know heading into the weekend? And I guess is just the dipping temperatures and stay home if you can kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically, it's common sense at this point. But I think we'll have few outages, which is good. But if your power goes out, don't assume somebody else is calling it in. Call it in yourself. We've got warming centers up and running in all 21 counties. 211 is the phone number for that. Ready.nj.gov is the best sort of all-encompassing website for storm updates. And be really, really careful out on the roads.
All right, Governor Phil Murphy, thanks for taking the time to join us and talk to our viewers about everything going on in New Jersey. Have a great weekend. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Same right back, folks.
All right. Thank you. Let's get back to our Fox 29 Weather Authority as we take a live look now outside at Rehoboth Beach, and it is snow covered. It looks like the snow has really started to taper off, which is good news. Scott has more in the forecast of how long this storm is going to last tonight.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way. All you have to do is point.
And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Yeah, the storm system is wrapping up over the next couple of hours. Still snowing, though, as we move towards sections of South Jersey. We'll take a live look across the area, of course, looking very picturesque across the region. You can see a live look there at the Philadelphia International Airport. Lots of cancellations and delays. A little hazy right now over Center City as that snow tapers off here with just a few flurries. Still a few flurries far north and west. Here's a live look at Reading, Berks County, and, of course, down the shore, Cape May, looking at the snow. That will be one of the last places to see the snow as it exits later on this evening over the next couple of hours. But most of that snow tapering off now north and west. We'll zoom into parts of South Jersey. Still snowing along the AC Expressway, the Garden State Parkway. Still a little bit of some moderate snow moving through Cumberland County as well as Atlantic County. But north and west suburbs, yeah, we are just looking at some flurries, no longer accumulating snow moving up that northeast extension. As far as the hour-by-hour forecast, looking at the snow tapering off, clearing skies for the overnight, and those temperatures will be dropping. So the concern will be black ice, especially some of those untreated surfaces. Those temperatures for the overnight dipping back into the teens, single-digit low temperatures in the Poconos. As far as the forecast for tomorrow, bitterly cold air temperatures moving in the low to mid 20s, but feels like temperatures for most of the day tomorrow will be in the single digits. Temperatures stuck in the 20s on Saturday, 30 degrees by Sunday, moving back into the mid to upper 30s for Monday, and temperatures moving into the 40s Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. We're back into the 50s, but with the milder conditions, we're talking about the threat for some rainfall moving in. So it's a bit of a trade-off, of course. No longer will we deal with wintry precipitation for the middle end of the week, but it looks like it will be a wet storm system. We'll update this later in the broadcast. Back over to you.
All right, winter's over. 50s next week.
No.
Spring break, right?
All right, thanks, Scott. Bright, I mean, that would be an interesting winter. We've seen mild winters like this before, Bob.
Yeah, we have, but you can't roll out February. There's always a good snowstorm waiting for us in February. Come on, let's go outside. Cue the plow trains, or I should say the salt trains. Here's a live look at the 42 freeway, an example of what we've been seeing all day, and it continues to happen, just dumping down tons of salt on the roadways, and that's been the key to keep the roads passable, keep them wet, and keep them open. Here's a live look at the neighborhood. Come on, look at it. They got to get out there and shovel your walk as well, and all that snow that's on top of the vehicles, make sure it stays right there. Push it onto the sidewalk side or keep it right in the parking spot, but get it off of the cars if you're going to be heading out or when you eventually do head out. Hello, Conchi. Live look here, Fayette Street. Again, watch it for all the bridges and the overpasses. The concern tonight is that anything that's wet has that tendency to freeze over, and that's what we're looking at right here. Live look at 202, the acceleration lanes or the merge lanes that may not be as active as the travel lanes are going to have that tendency to freeze first. So use a lot of extra caution if you really have to head out tonight. Stay there. 5 o'clock news coming right back.
New Philadelphia Mayor Sherelle Parker inspecting the city's salt yard in Holmesburg today. The city says it's mobilizing 400 pieces of equipment to clear the snow and says it has access to 43,000 tons of salt to keep those roads clear if necessary. Let's go out back to South Jersey now.
Yeah, our Steve Keeley is live in Morristown, Burlington County. How was the drive and how are conditions there, Steve?
Well, look, here's the expert right here, a young man, spin around, Passarello's delivery guy. You can see they have a fleet, him, the car in front of him, a couple of cars across the street. And I asked him how are the tips going in this weather?
Not too bad so far.
And how's the driving for a delivery guy?
Main roads are pretty clear. Back roads, not very good so far, but starting to clear up a little bit.
All right, we'll let you go so pieces don't get cold. So Passarello's on Main Street. People are picking up food like this gentleman, and people are calling in for deliveries. It's like 3 times as busy on a normal Friday night. And trust me, from being a customer of this place is packed on every Friday. So here in Morristown, the Nipper dog is the symbol of the town, and you can see Nipper's got like a 4-inch hat of snow on him tonight. If you can come back to our live picture, I think we're in video, but stay with us for a second. We're going to show you a live look around here. Here is the treacherous stuff you're going to be walking on. So this is going to be a sheet of ice tomorrow. Look how big this puddle is. You don't want to be standing this close to it like Greg is if somebody's going to drive by and splash it up. So it is terrible on the streets, especially if you're delivering. Now let's go to the video inside of Passarello's. This place has about 70 employees working, and they could probably use 140 because the calls are coming in. The first call is, are you guys open? The second call is, are you guys delivering? And the snow's really affecting your business. You're getting like triple the business on a normal Friday.
Yeah, of course. You know, everybody's ordering delivery. Everybody wants to stay home. You know, can't blame them. You know, they like this. You know, we'll take care of it for sure. We'll take care of dinner.
Is this worse than a normal Friday?
Yes.
How bad?
Pretty bad. Yeah. Due to the weather, of course.
Yeah.
All right, more delivery than pickup.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
You're the only people actually eating in this restaurant tonight.
A lot of them are closed. We went to 2 other ones before we came here.
Whose idea was it to go out in the snowstorm for dinner tonight?
Hers.
And were you agreeable to that?
I had no choice.
I'm going to put it on TV. I'll be right with you. All right, so look, we got a free pizza, and it wasn't really free. We agreed to put this on top of our live truck across the street and make about 6 deliveries to cover the cost of the pizza. And so I asked you guys last night about your favorite comfort foods, and supposedly the lead-in was supposed to say, our comfort food correspondent, Steve Keeley. That's now the official title I have here at Fox 29. So I'm going to make a few deliveries, and I'll see you again at 10 tonight, I think.
Well, bring some back here.
What's a good tip for a pizza delivery guy on a night like tonight? 5, $10 bucks?
Yeah, depends upon how far they had to drive.
Tip good. Especially if it's me delivering.
All right. Well, watch out for the plows, Steve. We see what happens when the plows come around Steve Keeley.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was 10 years ago, folks.
Yeah.
10 years ago. And we're still talking about it every time there's a snowstorm. We'll be right back.
Taking a live look right now at Media in Delaware County. Looks like the snow has stopped falling there, and there is some snow, kind of slush on the streets there, so if you are headed out, definitely be careful. Philadelphia City Shelter Act Philly making an all-out effort today to save some freezing dogs, some strays who were outside in this awful weather. So far, believe it or not, they've rescued over 50 dogs, getting them a warm place to be, food and water that was not frozen, and some of the pups even got sweaters, so great job there.
All right, Jen Lee has been in Haddonfield all day long, and it's still coming down. I still see some flakes out there in Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, it's let up a lot compared to earlier in the day. I'd say the snow right now, if your car is on and heated and it makes contact on your windshield, it would melt immediately. And I want to ask you guys a question. Have you ever gotten sucked into those relaxation videos? Well, I want to show you something. Just relax. How satisfying is that to have the kind of snow that is so light and fluffy and easy to clean off? But you know what's not relaxing? The kids who were loving and enjoying the snow today. Take a look. This is the hotspot for sledding in town, the Friends Cemetery. It was so crowded, it looked like the whole town was out here sliding down the hill. From youngsters who need a little push from mom or dad to go down the hill to high school seniors. They were all out here enjoying their very own snow adventure. We also went over to our very own assignment editor, Chris Denton's home. These are his 3 snow angels. From snowball fights to sliding into a pile of snow, they were all having a blast. Is it pretty? Do you like the snow? What do you like about the snow?
Making snow angels.
Have you been making a lot of them?
We just walked over here from our houses, and then now we're gonna go sledding.
We're getting all of our friends, which is really
all of our
fun.
friends are
So
coming.
we haven't had a snow day in 6 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, so I'm gonna just clean up this bench here a little bit so I can take a seat. It's been a busy day. And what we noticed while traveling around was that the accumulation of snow was so vast from one end of town to the other. I was mentioning Chris Denton's backyard. He had like 5 inches of snow, almost half a foot of snow, it looked like, in his backyard. So, yeah, I think he's going to have some work cut out for him later on when he gets home.
Yeah, he's going to need the shovel and the scraper. All right, Jen Lee, thank you so much. Time now to check back in with your Fox 29 Weather Authority as we take a live look now in Allentown. They really did not get much snow. Usually it's the opposite. Allentown, Lehigh Valley, Poconos get the brunt of a storm, but it was kind of the opposite this time around, Drew.
It sure was. Scott and we're already on to the next storm. We're looking at the rain that's on the way for the end of next week. But you're right. Just like the last storm, that was the least area to get the snow. Well, we've got the least, I really should say. All right, well, I got to tell you something. I think I started a trend here because Mama Anderson is watching right now. She went outside her house and measured the snow in Chester County. Let's take a look at how much snow that she has right now. She was trying to communicate. She got just over 3 inches. Look at her all bundled up. It was just her birthday yesterday, by the way. So there's how much she got. Just over 3 donuts of snow. And look at Ed. This is one of our producers. His daughter, doing some snow angels, looking gorgeous there. Let's look at some other totals around our region. This was at noon, so we ended up with about 4 inches at Belinda's house. She's also one of my colleagues. She's updating all our web stories right now. Speaking of Lehigh Valley, Dawn, my friend who lives in the northern ends of Northampton County came in just under 2 inches. And now let's take you to Berks County. This is just outside of Reading, 4 inches there today. Philly, by the way, for the winter so far, just over 6 inches. The snow slowly wrapping up in parts of New Jersey, and here's all that means. You just got some flurries left in Jersey. This thing's heading off the coast. 2 more hours. This is out of here. Then it just gets cold because look what else is out of here. The clouds. So with clear skies and that fresh snow, because fresh snow also helps to make it really cold at night, we drop down into the teens, which means wet spots will be freezing. So anywhere that looks a little glistening or looks a little wet overnight, assume it is ice. We stay windy and cold tomorrow, only in the mid-20s. That wind gust will be in the 25-mile-per-hour range. But don't worry, there's hope. That rain that's coming at the end of the week also comes in with some 50s. I'm glad our highs didn't give up on their New Year's resolution and are getting their steps in. All right, that's Check Your Forecast. We'll send it back over to you.
All right, Drew, thank you very much. You know, Bob Kelly, the best thing about this storm is it took our minds off the Eagles, you know? It's like we've forgotten it.
That's true.
You know, gives us something else to talk about, think about.
Yeah, we've had a couple of weather incidents to keep our minds off of the Eagles this past week. Good evening, everybody. 5:51, and the best part about this snowstorm today is that it landed and stuck on the sidewalks and the grass and the sledding hills, but not in the streets. And that's been kudos to all of the DOT crews, because a ton of salt as we look live at Markley in Maine in the heart of Norristown. But look in the bottom left, you can see in that overhead street lamp, they still got some snow coming there through Norristown. SEPTA running with delays on the buses, trolleys, the Market Frankford, some minor delays on a lot of the regional rails, but we really didn't have a big morning or afternoon rush hour. Here's a live look at Route 309. Hello, Doylestown. The concern tonight is going to be the roads are passable. Don't get a false sense of security and head on out there, because look at the temp. We're all below freezing, and the concern is anything that's wet or looks wet could certainly be out there in the form of black ice. A live look at the boulevard. We just saw a city salt crew go northbound, and all day, all afternoon, and through the night, they're going to continue to put salt down to keep the roads passable. Hello, Delco. A live look, a wet stretch there of I-95. My colleague Chris O'Connell's took over in the Beast. Chris, you're driving around a great vehicle. It also has four-wheel drive, which is good, and not everyone has that luxury, so you really want to be careful if you're going out tonight.
Yeah, we're in the Weather Beast, a big F-150 with big tires and very heavy. We actually need it here. We're in the city of Chester right now. Most roads have been great, but it's the secondary roads that are still snow covered. Take a look here in Chester. We're still got the plows still got to get through here. If you're hearing us here in Chester, still snow packed. It is still snow covered. Take a look at the tire cam where you can still see the snow popping up, and we still have some flurries here in Chester in the city. Conditions along the state highways, the interstates, like I said, seem to be in really great shape. We were on 95. We were on the Blue Route through Delaware and Montgomery County. Route 1, 202, fairly clear, but you see some of these side streets, like you see them, still snow covered. And also, as it goes into tonight, anything that's still snow covered is going to go down to ice. The 28 degrees now here in Delaware County. We don't anticipate it to get much warmer than that over the next day. So the roads were in great shape. For the most part, it's these secondary and tertiary roads you're going to have to watch out through tonight and into tomorrow, because there's definitely some slick spots out here.
Chris O'Connell. All right, thank you very much. We'll check back in with you a little bit later. So I did mention that
football.
Yeah, but we're not talking Eagles because we're talking playoffs, and those two they don't mix this year. So
sadly.
Let me ask you this: what game are you most intrigued by at this point? You got 4 games this weekend, the divisional round. They're all going to be good ones, I think. But if you were to pick one here, which one would it be? Yeah, everybody's saying Chiefs-Bills. Yeah. I think that Texans-Ravens one could be interesting if the Texans can pull off the upset. Of course, we're all rooting against the Niners, aren't we? Those bums. And then the Buccaneers and Lions. Who knows what happens there, too. So weigh in, fox29.com/go vote. That Packers-Niners game is on Fox 29, so you can watch it right here. I guess we'll get them next year, guys. And go Phils. We'll just look ahead to the spring. We're back after this.